Work in silence, let results make the noise. Such a truth needs no shouting. In the quiet corners of life, beyond the noise of praise or the hunger for attention, lies a steady power. Today I will walk you through 5 timeless lessons on silence, focus, patience, action, and lasting impact. These are not just thoughts, they are lived truths. Let's begin. 1. Silence cultivates focus. In a world that is constantly buzzing with noise and distractions, silence becomes a rare and precious resource. It is in the silence that we hear our true thoughts, and it is in the absence of external clamor that our inner voice gains strength. The noise of the world fades away, allowing us to connect with what truly matters. When we choose to work in silence, we step away from the chaos of external stimuli and give ourselves the space to think deeply. Silence is not just the absence of sound, it is the presence of clarity. In the stillness, our minds are able to sift through the clutter, focusing on what is essential and letting go of what does not serve our purpose. The human mind, when constantly bombarded with information and distractions, becomes fragmented. Focus, however, requires undivided attention, and it is in silence that this attention is most effectively nurtured. The act of working quietly allows us to filter out the noise of society, the opinions of others, and the endless chatter in our heads. This creates a mental space where we can align our thoughts with our true goals and ambitions. The power of silence lies in its ability to sharpen our concentration. In the absence of constant interruptions, our thoughts become clearer, more intentional, and more powerful. This mental clarity allows us to take purposeful action, to prioritize what truly matters, and to direct our energy where it is needed most. It is in these moments of quiet focus that the best ideas emerge, and the deepest work is accomplished. When you work in silence, you are not running after immediate recognition or applause. Instead, you are quietly building, shaping, and refining your craft. The result is not just temporary success, but a sustained focus that creates long-lasting impact. True strength is not found in loud declarations, but in the subtle, consistent dedication to one's purpose. 2. The power of patience. Nature offers the perfect example of how growth and success are achieved not through haste, but through steady, patient progress. A seed does not rush to become a towering tree. It sinks its roots deep into the earth, quietly gathering strength over time. This process of silent growth is the essence of patience, and it is a virtue that we must embrace in our own lives. Patience teaches us that everything worth achieving requires time, persistence, and quiet effort. In a world where we often crave immediate results, it can be difficult to accept that meaningful success is not instantaneous. However, just as the mighty oak tree does not spring up overnight, our most significant accomplishments also require slow and steady growth. The quiet days spent working toward a goal when no one is watching are the days that lay the foundation for greatness. Every small step, every consistent effort made in silence contributes to the larger picture. It is easy to become discouraged when results do not appear immediately, but this is when patience becomes crucial. Each moment of quiet dedication is a piece of the puzzle, a building block that shapes our future success. Just like a tree that grows taller with each passing season, the quiet efforts you make today are silently preparing you for the triumphs of tomorrow. The beauty of patience lies in its power to transform our inner strength. When we wait and grow, we allow time to work in our favor. Instead of rushing to an end, we become more attuned to the process, learning and evolving as we go. The more patient we are, the stronger we become, for it is through waiting that we build resilience, focus, and determination. So when you feel frustrated by the slow pace of progress, remember that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Let patience guide you, and trust that with time your efforts will bear fruit. 3. Actions speak louder than words. In a world filled with endless chatter and loud proclamations, the true power of progress lies not in the things we say, but in what we do. Words are easy, anyone can speak, but it is through actions that our character is revealed, and our impact is made. Let your hands write your legacy, not your lips. The temptation to boast, to announce our intentions before we've even begun, often leads to delay and distraction. Those who constantly talk about their plans, their dreams, and their ambitions tend to spend less time actually working toward them. Their words become a barrier, a diversion that takes them away from meaningful action. On the other hand, those who remain quiet, focusing on the task at hand, move with purpose. Their actions, though silent, speak volumes. Action requires no applause, no validation, and no audience. True work is done without seeking attention or praise. It is done for the sake of the craft, for the joy of creating something meaningful, and for the satisfaction that comes from knowing you have done your best. When you dedicate yourself to action, you do so without concern for external approval, and it is in this silent devotion to your work that you will see the most profound results. Over time, these silent efforts begin to echo. The quiet progress, the consistent dedication, and the humble work will speak louder than any boastful claim or empty promise. Success, in its purest form, is built through actions, not words. It is the results of your labor that will define you, not the noise you make along the way. In the end, it is not the loudest voice that leaves the most lasting impact, but the one whose actions remain. So instead of seeking attention, commit to your work, let your actions speak, and in time, they will be the loudest and most resounding voice. 4. Inner peace fuels outer power. When you achieve inner peace, no external storm can disrupt your sense of self. In a world that often feels chaotic, it is easy to believe that power comes from loudness, aggression, or constant movement. However, true power lies in silence. It is through cultivating inner peace that you gain the strength to endure, the clarity to act, and the resilience to face challenges without being shaken by them. Silence is not a sign of weakness, it is a demonstration of strength. The ability to remain still and composed amidst the noise of life reveals a deep reservoir of power. When your mind and soul are at peace, you are no longer tossed about by every passing distraction, conflict, or challenge. Instead, you become grounded, centered, and unshaken. This is the foundation upon which true strength is built. Inner peace allows you to operate from a place of calm resolve. It is not a rush, nor a frantic pursuit of external validation. Instead, it is a steady, unwavering commitment to your goals and principles. When you act from a place of inner stillness, your decisions are more thoughtful, your actions more deliberate, and your impact more profound. You move through life with clarity and purpose, unaffected by the external chaos that so often pulls others off course. The power derived from inner peace is enduring. It doesn't seek attention or validation, it simply exists and grows stronger over time. It is the quiet strength that carries you through difficulties, that helps you maintain your focus, and that allows you to overcome obstacles with grace. In the long run, it is this quiet, unshakable power that outlasts the transient noise and confusion of the world. In essence, the more peaceful you are on the inside, the stronger you become on the outside. True power comes from within, silent, unspoken, and unwavering. When your soul is at peace, no storm, no obstacle, and no challenge can take away your strength. 5. True success is measured by impact, not noise. In the pursuit of success, many are drawn to the noise, the applause, the recognition, the loud declarations of achievement. However, true success is not determined by how many hear you, but by how deeply your work moves those who experience it. It is not the volume of your voice that matters, but the lasting impact of your actions. True success comes from dedicating yourself to a purpose that goes beyond external validation. When you are driven by passion and commitment, the need for applause diminishes. You focus on the work itself, refining it, nurturing it, and making it meaningful. This dedication creates a legacy that speaks louder than any words could ever do. As you pour your energy into something genuine and impactful, your work starts to speak for itself. Success built on impact doesn't need constant affirmation or recognition. It's the kind of success that stands the test of time. When your work is meaningful, it leaves a mark far greater than the noise surrounding it. The results, whether they are innovative ideas, contributions to society, or personal milestones, create their own resonance. These results bloom quietly, yet they have the power to echo through generations. Your true legacy will not be in the accolades you receive, but in the difference you make. The impact of your work will continue long after the noise fades. In the end, the success that truly matters is not the loud applause of others, but the quiet, profound influence your actions have had on the world around you. The value lies not in how loudly you proclaim your success, but in how deeply your efforts have touched lives, changed perspectives, or contributed to a greater good. In the pursuit of success, remember, let your work be loud and your voice be quiet. The impact of your actions will always resonate far longer and farther than the noise of empty words. If these words stirred something still within you, walk further with us. Subscribe to Echo of Legends, where quiet minds grow strong and timeless wisdom finds a voice.